Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. Another day, another drama channel drama, and today we're going to be talking about the Keemstar DramaAlert interview with Onision and how we ended up getting here with all of Keemstar's past tweets leading up to the Onision interview. Now, this video is going to be pretty receipt heavy in the beginning, covering everything that Keemstar has said about Onision in the past. If you have not seen my previous video about the drama channel drama between Here for the Tea versus Jen Loves Reviews and Sesh versus Acacia Exposed, I will place a card up over here as well as down in the description of this video, so you can go check that out as well. Alright, let's go ahead and jump on into it. If you are unaware of all of the drama that has been happening with Onision, I highly suggest that you go check out the channel Drama and Opinions that I will link down in the description box below. She has done a very thorough job of investigating all of these allegations, so definitely go check it out if you need to be caught up to date. Alright, so all of this blew up on Twitter today when Keemstar tweeted out the following. 1K retweets and I'll drop the Onision interview today, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then it turns out that he deleted it, but somebody grabbed a screenshot of that and said, Keem tried to delete this tweet he made, LMAO. Nah dude, we see you trying to milk the situation for everything you can. Disgusting behavior. Again, the Keemstar Onision interview drops today. I will be recording it to provide everyone a mirror. Please do not watch it on his YouTube. Keemstar replied with a quote tweet saying, Dear Mia, I've never filed a copyright claim on anyone in my life, but you seem a little too bit cocky about stealing my content, so I told my legal team screen cap everything. P.S. I'm rich with an army of lawyers, and I'm gonna make your life miserable. I did plan to add other content to it, but that didn't seem applicable in the main info post. It doesn't matter, we have enough tweets from you that proves you're trying to take views away from the original copyright holder. You lose in court 100%. Okay, do it. I'm inviting you to. Now, in this situation, I'm actually going to have to side with Keemstar. Even though in that second tweet she said that she was going to add more content, there is still that original tweet saying that you were going to put it up on a mirror so that way people didn't have to go to his channel to view his actual video. Now, if you're going to do a commentary on an actual video, that is totally fine, but if you take that content and re-upload it to a mirror site so that way anybody can view it without going to the actual channel to view it, then yes, he does have a legal standing that you are technically taking money out of his pocket, so he could take you to court for that. Now, I don't know if you really want to test him, because I feel like Keemstar would be the kind of person who would actually do it. I mean, he does like his money. And then in a typical Keemstar fashion, he starts going after looks. Keep it up, Mia, and I'm going to run a $10,000 tic-tac-toe tournament on that large forehead. Keem said, I deleted that tweet because I decided to drop it today. I am a YouTuber that covers news. I make money for providing news to my 5+ million fans on YouTube and almost 3+ million on Snapchat. I'm also the only one that scored an Onision interview because I'm awesome. About to make $20,000 today. Now, after reading this tweet, the first thing that came to my mind is that the person that always brags about how much money they have never has as much money as they say they do. So the fact that he's like, I'm gonna make $20,000 off of this. Like, I doubt that you're gonna make $20,000 off of it, but go ahead and keep telling yourself that. Alright, let's go ahead and get on to the history of Keemstar and Onision with Keemstar's past tweets about Onision. Back on 11/17/19, Keemstar tweeted, Stop making Onision videos and acting like you care for the alleged victims and call the police. There is no need for 50 videos on the same subject. At this point, you are milking these alleged victims for money. Okay, so my first issue with this tweet is he's saying, okay, well, go ahead and call the police if you have all this evidence and you want Onision to be charged for all this. But the thing is, like, okay, if you are seeing these videos, why are you not calling the police, or why are you not addressing this on your channel? Like, you have a bigger platform than all of these people, and this was back in 2019. You could have addressed this a long time ago, but instead you chose to stay silent because you didn't want to touch the subject. But now that you're going to be making money off of it, you're like, okay, yeah, I'll talk about it now. He followed that up by saying, I'm currently working on this Onision story. I may have to make one video, but it's so hard because a lot of information comes from clickbaiting commentators who don't even have the slightest amount of credibility. Followed by, for those of you that watch these Onision exposed videos, how many times have you heard these commentators say, this is my last Onision video? and then make 5 more after that. I'm going to be getting into my thoughts and opinions about the actual interview that Keemstar posted today, but when he tweeted out his teaser for this, it said that the conversation between him and Onision was 47 minutes long. Well, in this video that he posted today that was 14 minutes long, about 5 minutes of it was content from another creator giving a backstory about Onision. So there was only 10 minutes of content of that 47-minute interview that was in this video. Now he's saying that there is now a part 2 that's going to be dropping tomorrow. So instead of making this all into one video that was like 30 minutes long, he decided to split it up into 2 videos. Why? To make more money off of it. And if the conversation is 47 minutes long, and I know you're going to cut some stuff out because you just need to cut out stuff that you don't need, I mean, he could probably push us into at least 3 videos, especially if he keeps putting in filler content from other creators. And then Keemstar quote tweeted this person that said, "The guy is a scumbag though, or are you defending the now at Keemstar?" And Keemstar quote tweeted that saying, "I'm not. I think Onision is guilty as sin. However, some of these clowns leading the charge are milking this for money with no quote-unquote new credible info. This is my point, don't get it twisted." And then on 12/6/19, Keemstar tweeted, "Onision needs to be in jail. It's the same story for years and years. Him manipulating, it will probably take more than a year for charges. In the meantime, he should be banned from YouTube. He's a danger to these and a ticking time bomb for a new adpocalypse." On 2/5/20, Keemstar tweeted, "You are incredibly unfunny, it's embarrassing. Every video you milk on Onision forces me to side with Onision due to how you are being informative or entertaining." Okay, so you are saying at one point during the day that you believe that Onision is guilty as sin, and then literally 8 hours later, you're saying that you feel like you need to side with him because of the content that other people are creating about him. Like, really? Look, it's very clear that there's an Onision hate mob out there, but these channels with nothing but Onision content, you can't trust the slightest. They'll be like, "Onision's wife, so Onision is guilty." Huh? You just said his wife. At Keemstar seems to be very bothered by a community trying to expose makes you wonder. And then Keemstar quote tweeted and said, "See, look, now cause I'm criticizing these clowns. This is why I don't trust any of you in this Onision hate mob. You can't be trusted. I personally hate Onision, and he hates me, but it's actually impossible to believe Onision is guilty of everything they are saying about him. So-called evidence is always presented with emotion or assumption. They never present Onision's counter-arguments. They just say guilty. F it. I'm going to interview Onision and give him a fair chance to defend himself since none of you will. Talks for an Onision interview are going well. Guys, since when has Keem not tried to get both sides? I mean, we all knew Ray Diaz was guilty and Keem still got his side. Y'all crazy." And Keemstar quote tweeted that and said, "Serious stories like this need to be handled where you try to get all sides. The fact that they freak out misquoting me, calling me a LOL just because I want to interview and get Onision's side shows that these people in the mob don't want facts at all. Bad look, weirdos." And when I read this tweet, I instantly just thought of all of the shows like Dateline and 2020 where they interview somebody who has been convicted of a crime, and they pretty much just do it because it's some kind of sensational act and it gets the views. So I feel like the whole reason that Keemstar is now wanting to do this interview is because he knows that it's going to bring in the views and it's going to bring him in money. Like, I don't understand this, like, well, I want to get all sides, when clearly there's plenty of evidence that shows that he has been doing these acts. Yes, he has not been charged or convicted, but obviously we know through the whole Chris Hansen thing that it is being investigated by the FBI, so clearly something is going to be happening at some point. So I feel like doing this interview is just for views, just like when you did the interview with Romeo Lacoste too. Okay, well, people are starting to get annoyed with the spam tweets, so I'll give it a rest, but I'm going to try my best to get an Onision interview where the man has a chance to explain all this. That's one interview I think we are all interested in seeing. And then on 2/22, Keemstar tweeted out saying, "Onision actually reached out, the interview might happen." And on 2/24, Keemstar tweeted out, "Just talked to Onision, the interview is scheduled for today, only on #DramaAlert." And then on 2/25, Keemstar dropped a trailer for the Onision interview. And then he said, 1, waiting till March 9th because I'm going to play this live for 4 days and much more needs to be done before the interview goes live. 2, I have to review the interview and see what key points we missed because Onision agreed to get back on for more questions. 3, Leafy. I have no idea what Leafy has to do with this. And then someone said, thanks, I hate it. I hate that you did this. This is someone who already did over 30 videos attempting to defend himself. He has a platform and more attention than he could ever want. You're giving him more of what he wants. He's winning. We can't let win. And then Keemstar quote tweeted this and said, Onision hate video get up to 1 million views. When Onision makes videos defending himself, they get far less. The man, just like anyone else, deserves a platform to defend himself. If you're too blinded by hate to understand this simple logic, that's on you, not me. So my issue with Keemstar's response is that he's saying, well, videos made about Onision gets 1 million views, but he doesn't get that many views when he defends himself. Well, his channel has 1.56 million subscribers, so if he's not getting the views to his channel, then that's his own fault. Like, he has the following, like, people are following him, and if they're not watching his content, it's because of the content that he has created and the actions that he has done in his past. If he wants some kind of bigger platform and he has lost it, that's his own fault because of his actions. I don't feel like it's fair to say, well, I have a bigger platform, so I want to help him out and have his side of the story shared to a larger audience, when he has dug himself into this hole by himself and no one else. So if he wants to try to dig himself out, that's his own thing to do, and he shouldn't have to rely on somebody else with a bigger platform to come to his aid. But that's just my opinion. And then on 3/8, Keemstar tweeted, Onision interview tomorrow as planned. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the actual interview video that happened today. So the first question that Keemstar asked was, everyone says that I'd have to pay you for this interview. Did I pay you? And Onision says no, that he's doing this on his own free will. Now, I think it's ridiculous that that was like the first question that you asked and that you had to put that in there. But I mean, does anybody know if he really got paid or not, except for Keemstar and Onision? No. I mean, but he has asked every other creator who wanted to do an interview on him for money, so I don't know why he would be doing this one for free, but again, that's just my opinion. And then next, Keemstar asked him if he believes that he is the most hated person on YouTube, and if so, why? And he basically says, yes, I do believe that because I have a hard time connecting with people or wanting people to like me, and I blow up my personality to be bigger on YouTube than I do in real life. But let's be honest, there's a lot of people on YouTube who blow up their personality and don't make the kind of content that you do. The kind of content that you make is extremely out there and has nothing to do with your personality that you have off camera. So I don't know how you blow up your personality to be bigger on camera when it's clearly something that is not normal. If that's how you act off camera, but just not as intense, then that to me is not a normal way to be acting. But again, that's just my opinion. And then Keemstar brings up the allegations that Sarah has made that they were grooming her ever since that she got into the house when she was 16 and waited until she was over the age of 18 to be intimate. Now, Onision obviously denies this, that they were not doing this, but they did end up getting together when she was just 5 months past the age of 18. Now, he said in a previous video and previous tweets that he would never do anything with Sarah because the fact that he was almost old enough to be her father, but then he turns around and does it anyways. So I don't know if I can believe those past tweets. So I don't know, it all just seems kind of sketchy to me. And then they touched on who was the legal guardian of Sarah when she moved in with Onision and Kai. And there is video evidence of Kai saying that he is the legal guardian of Sarah. And Onision was saying that he has no idea if that's true or not, that he never signed papers. He didn't know if Kai ever signed papers. And like, how do you not know this kind of information if this person is living with you? Like, that's kind of a big thing to take on if you're going to be somebody's legal guardian, which Kai stated that he was. And literally, you guys, that was the entire interview. Like, that is it. That is everything that was covered in part 1. So I hope to God that part 2 is a lot more in depth. It doesn't have a ton of filler content. Like, this one literally had 5 minutes of filler content in a 14-minute video. But we shall see what happens in part 2 of the interview, and of course I will be letting you know what all goes down. Hopefully that it is just a part 2 and he doesn't drag this out into 3 or 4 videos. But you know what? I guess it's just all about the views and the money. Again, in one of Keemstar's tweets, he showed that the entire interview was 47 minutes long. So I hope that this next part goes real in-depth about everything and is longer than 14 minutes, because to me, that just seemed really small, and technically, the actual interview part was only 9 minutes of that 47-minute conversation. Alright, well, that's everything that I have for today's video, so I would love to know what you guys think about everything down below. Let me know what you think about this whole situation with Keemstar interviewing Onision and all your opinions about it. I'd love to hear them. If you like this video, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could hit that big red subscribe button and hit that bell icon and set all of your notifications to on so you'll be notified of every time that I upload a new video. Alright, that's everything for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!